There are 4 types of structure available called as territory-based structure. That means whenever you are saying Director South, Zonal Manager Andhra Pradesh, AP, Zonal Manager South Zone, you see that I'm using the word called South, AP. These are resembling a place or a location. Whenever you refer to any location or a place, we call them as territory-based. Same way, I can say that Director Cars, Director Motorcycle, right? Or let's take Hero Honda. So Director Bikes, Director Scooters, I can create. Or if it's a IT company, I can say Director Hardware, Director Software. Under software, I'll say Direct Manager ERP, Manager Testing Tools, Manager development tools. So now what is this? We are picking up the products. Whenever you pick up a product and you create your chart, organization chart, we call them as product-based roles or product-based hierarchy. Last, company size-based. Now, company size-based is nothing but dividing the market into pieces, right? Which pieces? Let's say that your company provides IT solution. You have a solution for small companies. You have a solution for big companies. You have a solution for medium companies. For big companies, it's a big solution, price is big. Medium company, medium solution, price is normal. Small company, the price is throwaway. Now you see that Director small company, Director medium company, Director large enterprise. Whenever you divide as per the market, we call them as company size based. The last one is mixed. Mixed is nothing but collection of all these things together in a single chart. We call them as mixed. Salesforce support mixed chart. So now what I'm doing is that after I click on setup, right? Once again from the scratch I'm going. After you log in, you have to click on setup. Under the administer, expand, manage user, click on roles. The role window comes up. Click on setup roles. You can see that already my company name is appearing there. Rupam Technology Private Limited. You can see that because it's a trial edition, already a chart is created for you. See that? CEO. Below CEO, we have a CFO, CEO, Senior Vice President Customer Service, Senior Vice President Human Resource, Senior Vice President, right? Now when I expand my Senior Vice President Sales and Marketing, you see that it has further drilled down. So Senior Vice President Sales and Marketing has business BP, Vice President International Sales, Vice President Marketing. So I expand. Again you up and it has marketing team or something like that. You see that dummy chart is already being created for you. A chart called as dummy has been created for you. Now we will not use this chart because that's a dummy chart. Let's go ahead, create a new chart. So exactly below Rupam Technology Private Limited, I can say add role, right? And I'm creating it. Who will head the company? I will say director. We don't have a CEO. D-I-R-E-C-T-O-R, director. What is the role name? Director. Click on save and new or save, whatever it is. So I click on save, right? It is created. So, right, you can say that it's created here, the chart. It's not showing the chart format now. It is just here in this particular format only, right? So now, okay, let's go back. But only every time the problem is that you have to go to the roles, you have to click on, that's the reason I'm just clicking this option called as do not show this page again. Click on setup roles. You can see that exactly Rupam Technology, who is handling now? 2 people, CEO and director. Below director, who are the people we have? Let's take. Below director, we have assistant director, ASSTDIR, assistant director marketing, KTG, right? Or assistant director, I'll say Asia, Whom is reporting? Reporting to director. Okay. I'll not use save now. I'm using save and close. Save and close. I take assistant director, AST assistant, ASST assistant director, right? I'll say that America, right? Whom is reporting? To director only. Save and new. Assistant director Europe, assistant director ASST, otherwise it'll have a wrong meaning. Signatory EUROP, Europe, right? Whom is reporting? Save. Now if I go back to my roles again, roles, right? You can see that directly it's showing up. So now you can see that director, below director, who are the people? You have assistant director Asia, assistant director America, assistant director Europe. Now I say add role. Below that, what I'll say that, right? Director, I'll not say director, I'll say that country manager. Country manager INDIA, country manager India. What type of chart I'm creating? I'm creating a territory based chart because see that I'm naming the places. India, America, Asia, Europe. I'm creating based on places, right? Country, places. We call them as territory based chart. So this is a territory based chart I'm creating. Country manager India, right? Reporting. Then I click on save and new. I say country manager Sri Lanka SL. Reporting to whom? Director, because both comes under Asia. That's good. You click on save. Now next time when I click on roles, you can see that the whole chart is taking the shape. So director has director Asia. Below director Asia, we have country managers India, country manager Sri Lanka. Under country manager India, what I'm doing? I'm adding what? I'm saying zonal manager. What I'm doing? Zonal manager South. Zonal manager South. Right? So I'm getting a call. Just give me a sec. Okay. So now zonal manager South, whom is reporting to India. I click on save and new. I say zonal manager East. East, whom is reporting to country manager India. That's it. Save. Now, your work is to create this chart, right? You can see that under India, now what I have? I have zonal manager East, zonal manager South. These zonal managers are reporting to country managers are reporting to assistant director Asia, assistant director is reporting to director. Director is nothing but Rupam Technology Private Limited. You can see that. Hold this chart you have to draw in Salesforce. Don't use your brain. It will be given to you by in the real-time environment. This will be given to you by the business. Whichever project you're working, they will give. Tomorrow, if you're in Apollo Hospital project, you are working for HCL and your client is Apollo Hospital and you got an Apollo project in your hand, you don't use your brain who is reporting home. It is their headache. You don't care about it. You just take the chart, start drawing the structure here like this. Clear now what I'm saying? Start drawing the structure like this. That's it. Your work is to make sure that the structure is available in Salesforce. Why this structure is required? Write down. Yesterday I've written the roles. Write down. Requirement roles, advantages. Number one, for escalation. Number two, for reporting. Number three, transfer of record and approvals. Number four, Sharing rights. Sharing rights. These are the few requirements why we draw an organization chart in Salesforce. Number one, you know who is reporting whom. Number two, you know if today I am not working, whom I need to escalate it. So Rupam is not working, escalate to his manager. His manager doesn't respond, escalate to his manager's manager. They doesn't respond, escalate to manager's manager's manager. So all these escalations are system will do automatically. You can write a workflow rule tomorrow whenever a new customer is created, and automatically a meeting has to be scheduled in 2 days. If nobody takes care of the meeting to call the customer or to interact with the customer, system will send an email to the manager that Rupam has created a new customer called ABC Technology, but for the last 2 days there was no action on this particular account. My manager doesn't even bother to check the mail, for example. What will happen now? Immediately after 5 days, it will go to my boss saying that one of your business team member has created an account and it has been non-attentive for last 5 days. A copy of the same was sent to your reporting. That is nothing but it's talking about my manager now. Those approval process, right? So I want to leave. Who should approve? My boss should approve. Who is my boss? How should I know it? Because if there is a chart in the system, then only I know who is my boss. So that's the reason any type of approvals, transferring of records and approvals, you require what? Chart. Next, for sharing any record, I'm working on it. I'm not able to resolve the problem. I want my manager to also to work on this case. I will share my record with my manager so that he also can check what's happening in that particular case now. We require what? Sharing rights, and that's require role. Clear now what I'm saying? These are the basic requirements why you need a role to be available in Salesforce CRM. Now, if you remember that yesterday we created some users. Let's edit Bhuvaneshwari now. I'm opening. I click on edit. Yesterday I made her CEO. Today I'll make her the new role that I created, Zonal Manager South. So Bhuvaneshwari is the Zonal Manager South. Okay, we will give her the stronger position. Let's take that. We give her Assistant Director Asia, and I click on Save. We also created some more users, right? I go back to the user again. We created Venkat, so I'm opening Venkat. I give him, I click on Edit. He's also a CEO, so I give him Director Americas or Europe. I give him Save and Close. He became the Director of, right? He becomes the Director of Europe, right? Able to understand? Director of Europe, right? Now you can start giving positions to people. You can also start doing it from the roles. Beside the role, you have an option called Assign. You see that? You can do it from there itself. So now Director Europe, assign it to whom? So Venkat G, Rupam is only the person who is now remained. Already Venkat G is assigned. So only so because I've assigned Vamshi, I've assigned someone else. So now I can say that Rupam, Director of Europe. Both are the Director of Europe. You can assign from here also. Click on Save. So automatically Rupam has been assigned what? Director of Europe. From where we do from a place called as role. In single word, you can understand that this role doesn't have a much impact, right? So this Assistant Director Asia, whether I remove it, I give it CEO, I give you CFO, doesn't make any difference, right? It is just for sharing, for reporting, for escalation. But the complete access or the visibility, whatever is happening here is being controlled from a place called as by another one, which is license and profile. These are the one which controls your complete access. If you remember that, I just gave you that role requirement. What is the advantages of role? Escalations, sharing, right? Record sharing, escalations. That's it. Couple of things here and there. It's not talking about the accessibility of the CRM data. CRM accessibility of the CRM data is not controlled by the role. It is controlled by what? Profile. Profile is the main which controls whether can you see accounts, can you see contacts, can you see opportunities, can you create contracts, can you delete order, can you edit cases, can you create and modify solutions. All your read, write, create, edit, right? All these are being controlled from where? From a profile. So profile is the main security object that controls the complete accessibility of Salesforce system, right? Write down profiles. Write down next heading called as profile. Profile. What is a profile? Write down. Profile is a collection of permission, access, and privileges to access Salesforce data, is called profile. So what is a profile? Profile consists of permissions, access, privileges. What is that? For visibility of Salesforce data. So tomorrow if I don't give you any role, no problem at all. But if I don't give you any profile, full problem. You can't even log into Salesforce because system doesn't know what to show you or what not to show you. Is it that can you see cases? Can you see accounts? Can you see orders? Can you see quotations? Can you create products? All these are being defined where? We define in something called as profile, right? So let's go ahead and see the profile. I click on profile and you can see that by default, these many profiles are there. How many profiles are there? 32 profiles are there by default out of box Salesforce. 32. Which profile I'm using? I'm using something called as system administrator. So you can say that show me 50. Show me all the 50. Now the system is showing all the 32. Which profile I'm using? I'm using this profile called as system administrator profile. So what are the profiles we have? Let's see. We have authenticated website, right? Okay, whichever is popular we'll take. Contact manager, right? Custom marketing profile, support profile, sales profile, right? You can see that read only. So tomorrow if somebody joins a company and you want to give them a demo access, so you can give them which profile? Read only profile. By this what will happen? People can only read. They can't create, they can't delete, they can't edit. So read only profile, right? Solution manager profile, standard user profile, so system administrator profile. So you can understand that this is the strongest profile. Remember that. Across all the profile, the most powerful profile is your system admin profile. This controls everything, right? You can create your own profile. So tomorrow if you are installing it for Apollo Hospital, you might say that CSR, customer service representative. You can create a profile. Who will be given this profile? Anyone who has a role called as receptionist, customer service agent, right? Clerk, All will become CSR. Then we'll have a now called as doctors, senior doctors. So all the junior doctors will come to the junior doctor profile, right? Some limitations. That means they can't see everything in the Salesforce because they're junior doctors. Senior doctor profiles. Then we'll have a profile called as super user profile, the person who is above almost all. Then you'll have a profile called as senior management team, SMT. You can create a profile. And what will happen? All the managers at the top level will be under the SMT. How many profiles I'm creating? Some couple of profiles I'm creating, right? I'm just creating some few profiles. So tomorrow, when you go to the real time, you might not be using these profiles. You might require to create your own profiles as per business requirement. Any nurse will be given CSR. Tomorrow, nurse get promoted to some manager level. You will give her a doctor profile. Even though she's not doctor, but she should get equivalent access what the doctor has because she got a promotion to a manager level. Tomorrow from a manager level, she gets promotion to a top level post. Then you have to give him which profile? Super user profile. From there, she's still grown up and she got to the board of directors. Which profile you'll give? SMT profile. So see that I am creating custom profiles. How to create a custom profile? You have to click on new profile. Always remember that profile has to be copied. You cannot create a blank profile. So from where you want to copy? You know that the highest power lies with whom? System administrator. So I'll copy from where? System administrator. And I'll say profile name is what? I'll say super USER 999. So by this you'll understand that we created this. What is the profile now? Save. What is the profile? Super user 999. We just created a profile. Right? We will talk about this all going forward. Not today. It will be too long because once I started, I can't complete this today at any given cost. Right? Now, for example, let's take that you have created a profile called as super user 999. What is this profile? It is nothing but copy of your system administrator only. So whether you give someone system administrator, both the meaning is same. So now I go ahead, I click on user. Guys, please put on mute. If you're not talking, please put on mute. That's good, right? Now see that I go back to Bhuvaneshwari, right? I see that, okay, not Bhuvaneshwari. Let's go back to any one of the administrator. I open Venkat. Let's see what is his profile he has. System administrator. I click on edit. Now I go ahead and I change Venkat profile from system administrator to one which we just created. Super user 999. I click on save. Any difference in the access? No, because super user 999 is just a replication copy of your administrator only. We have not yet changed anything in that. What is the profile now? Super user 999. Right? That's good. Now let us go ahead and start customizing this profile because it is as the highest power. Now we'll start limiting the power. Once I start limiting the power in super user 999, yes, anyone has a doubt? Yeah, Venkat. Right, that's correct. Mhm. No, you can't. You can't because your profile is linked with a license here, Salesforce license, and Salesforce has only 2 licenses. For example, right? I go ahead now. If you remember that one administrator license is free now, right? Because earlier Venkat was administrator. Now I made Venkat as super user. So Administrator license is free. Now let's go to the Bhuvaneshwari and try to give her a administrator license. Let's see that, and system will give error now. Let's go ahead. From here, I select what? First of all, I cannot select Salesforce. That there is no Salesforce license available. Even if you clone it, you can't. Yes. Otherwise, nobody will buy the paid version. Everybody will open. Even if you make 100 copy of administrator, you can use only 2 out of it. Right? The way we have system administrator, I have super user 999. If I create one more copy called super user 888, super user 666, super user 555, maximum I can use is 2. Any one of them, whether I use system administrator, whether I use super user 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I can give it only to 2 people, not more than that. That's it. Clear now? Right? Okay, that's good. So let's go back to the profile again. Now what we'll do is that we will start customizing the profile that we created. I say, show me all the 50. Yes. I scroll down. You can see that here is my profile which I just created called as super user 999. Whatever you remove from this super user 999, automatically those powers will be removed from Venkat. This is the full power because it is a copy of system administrator. So what we'll do, we will do a removal process. Same way, you can copy read only, which has the most least power. Read only is one of the profile available. You can create one more profile called as waste user 111, and you can copy from which one? From the read only file. You can create a new profile called as waste user 111. Then there you have to start giving the powers. Once you start giving the power, whoever user, if there are 10 employees in the company whom you gave waste power 111, all the 10 users will start gaining the power as you start increasing. So you make only change in one places, 100 people will get benefited from this. You remove in one places, 100 people will lose the access. So in Salesforce, we don't give access to individual people. We give the power not to people. We give power to profile. Later, this profile is given to a user. For example, Venkat doesn't have any power. Venkat power lies only in a profile called as super user 999. As soon as I take that from Venkat, Venkat loses all the power. As soon as I give him a read only, he became a 0. As only I change the profile to super user 999, he became a hero, right? So all the inheritance of the power is done from a place called as profile. So this is the most important security concept that you have to learn, right? Now let's go ahead and start shaking the Venkat's building now, okay? So whatever the changes that we will do here, if I remove something from here, automatically Venkat will start losing the accesses. Maybe now he is able to access everything. Slowly, you'll see that tomorrow when he logs in again, he will lose so many things on the screen. Because we are customizing the super user 999 and one person is already been assigned to super user 999. If there are 10 people, all the 10 will get affected, right? It is a very long, most of them you might not be able to understand now because you are not completely thorough with the Salesforce system. For example, it says create dashboard folder, create report, customize application, edit my report, restrict IP address, restrict. You might not be knowing what are these, but as you go, right? Actually, this should be the last topic that I should deal in the Salesforce, because once you know the complete Salesforce, but then only you can be able to understand this, all these concepts. It's a long file, you can say that, right? So now today, when I'm dealing with it, few of them you'll not understand. But remember that tomorrow when you read this after the end of the course, again you'll go by one line here. And then you'll be able to understand, oh, this is what is controlling that. Oh, right. So if I uncheck this, then he can't see. If I check it, he can see. Today you don't know what is that. That's it. Today you don't know manage public template. What is a template? I don't know because template has not yet come in my subject. So tomorrow when I'm doing template, then you'll remember, okay, so if I don't want somebody to delete or edit a template, just uncheck this power from him. So what he can do? He can't, right? So let's start to understand how much we can. I'm expecting 40 to 50% understanding capability. I'm not expecting 100% today from this because it's controlling the complete Salesforce and you have just entered in the Salesforce, right? So few of the things will bounce. Don't worry. That is how the Salesforce is, right? So if you are 40 to 50% you're able to understand, then you are in a right track, right? So let's go ahead. Now I click on edit. So we are trying to remove some power. See that. If you remember that here on the top, I have sales, call center, marketing, app launcher, community, right? And tomorrow in the future, you'll see hospital management, Indigo Airlines, CA Tires, Indian Oil, Barclays, Wells Fargo, Coca-Cola. Let's assume that your company got these projects. Your company got a project from Coca-Cola. Your company got a project from Wells Fargo, right? All of them will be visible here in this list, right? For the moment, just understand this much only. No doubts on that. How it's coming, what is that, we'll see later. Now, you can, which are the projects you can access? As an administrator, you can access all the projects. But now, I'm removing access. So what I'm doing is that I go ahead and I say that superuser99 cannot access work.com, site.com, call center, app launcher, community, content, marketing. He can access only what? Sales only. And marketing also I'm removing it. Unchecked. Right? Next, tab setting. On the top, you see that accounts, contacts, opportunities, forecast, contracts, order, cases, solutions, products, all these have been controlled from here. Accounts, I'll say hidden. So what will happen? Next time when Venkat log in, automatically this will vanish from here. Gone. Venkat will be thinking, Arey, yesterday only I saw that after the lead there was account and then there was a contact. Now after lead directly contact comes, where is the account? Because the account is hidden. Right? If I say default off, then also Venkat cannot see, right, account there. What is the difference? The difference is that hidden will hide but not remove your access. That means today I have hidden the account, but the account can be also accessed from where? From a contact. You go to the contact. When you create a contact, you see that it will give you the name of the account, right? Yes or no? If those who have did. For example, because I created a new system, I'm just quickly creating an account. Account name is, let's say that, right? What is the account name? ABC Technology. I'm just quickly creating an end user work, ABC TCHNOLOGY. I click on save, right? So if I say tab is hidden, Venkat cannot see this tab called as accounts. Forget about ABC Technology. But Venkat can see what? Venkat can see contact because I have not hidden the contact. When I say contact, what is the contact? I will say Raj Verma. Raj VERMA. Which account he is? He is connected to where? Let's take that ABC Technology. I click on save. Right? Now, okay, let it save first. I click on save. Okay, that's cool. So Venkat cannot see accounts, but when Venkat clicks on contact, now can he Venkat see account? So that it's visible there. Not directly, but indirectly. From contact, I can see that contact name is Raj Verma. It's showing me account name is ABC Technology. When I click on it, it will open up. That means system will now show you the account. That's called as hidden. If I say off, what will happen? Even Venkat goes to contact and then he start clicking on ABC technology, system will say that you don't have a sufficient privilege to see this object. Please contact your Salesforce administrator for further details. Right? That is what is called on, off, hidden. Now you can start on, off, hidden. You can start removing everything. You want Venkat should not see order, off. Venkat should not see, let's say that leads, or Venkat should not see campaign. So off, campaign, I'm turning it off. Venkat should not see cases, off. I'm turning it off. So off, 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 off. Whichever is off, Venkat cannot access anymore. See, slowly, slowly, I'm controlling the power of Venkat. Right? Right? Next, you can scroll down. As I told you, these things you'll not understand because these are not yet done. Right? But few things. Manage roles. What is a manage role? We just created a role. Remember that? We just created what? Role. Where? Just we created an organization chart now. That is called role. Can Venkat create an organization chart? Now the system is saying yes. I remove it. Tomorrow Venkat cannot either add a new role or delete a new role. The way we have created marketing, zonal manager south, zonal manager east. Under that we have created state manager AP. Tomorrow Venkat cannot go ahead and edit the chart, the organization chart, because we have removed what? Manage role. Manage user. See, I uncheck it here also. Manage roles, manage user. Two things I have unchecked. Tomorrow Venkat cannot edit the way I just, I click on Bhuvaneshwari, I changed her profile. I clicked on Venkat, I changed his profile because I have a permission called manage user. Now see that I have removed the check from you. Gone. Venkat cannot do anything with the user now. He can't delete a user. He can't change a profile of a user. All these things. Few of them you'll understand. Few of them you'll not understand. Most of them you'll not understand because you have not yet done those. Whichever we done, I just shown you. So that means total we have to cover these many. Then you'll be able to understand that what happens. Clear now what I'm saying? Right? Same way, all these checks. Can he manage case? No. Venkat cannot manage case. Can he manage mass emails? Venkat cannot send mass emails. Can he, Venkat, at least send email? No. Venkat should not be sending any emails to any customer. I restrict him. So that's the reason I have removed the check called as send email. Right? Can Venkat add an event? No. He cannot. Can Venkat run a report? No. Should not be able to export report or data. Right? So that, can he run a report? No. I'm unchecking it. All these are done in these check boxes. As I told you, you will understand few. Most of them you will not understand because we are not done with these all. Right? If you remember that we created a library. Here it is. Create library. Can Venkat create a library? No. Venkat cannot create a library now because it is checked. Clear now what I'm saying? Able to understand everyone, whatever I'm doing, right? If you have a doubt, please raise. In a real time, this would be your work. Remember this. Looks to be simple, but it's very tedious because between the two roles, there might be minute difference. Manager and super manager. What is the difference? Very small difference. So you should be knowing when I should give whom what. All these are role creations is your work in the real time. Right? That's it for today.